welcome back to the Caffeinated Librarians, Mayapack Public Library's pop culture podcast. I put some sauce on it that time.
You did, I like
Yeah.
that. That was good.
All right, and we'll get right into it. This is the second part of our Godzilla series. I'm Joe.
Simona.
Katie.
And I'm Lewis.
And so today I put together a Showa era double feature. The Showa era refers to the Emperor of Japan. Long story there, but in Godzilla terms, it refers to everything from the original up until Terror of Godzilla, after which the series took a long break before coming back in the 80s. First, let's pick up where we left off last time, okay? Because we're going through these, getting a little bit of history with them. So, the last time we talked about Godzilla Raids again, right?
Yeah.
The sort of junky B, really rushed sequel. So, 7 years go by, and we get King Kong versus Godzilla. Ishiro Honda's back directing this one, the guy who did the first one, but this one's funny. This one's like a goofy satire on TV being stupid.
Yeah.
And important to note the placement of Godzilla's name in this title. He comes second.
Yeah.
He is the villain. He is not a friend. He's not a hero. He's a villain, and King Kong is our boy in this one. King Kong is an alcoholic in this film. Very important to know. He keeps drinking this berry juice and getting really drunk. It's awesome. Then Mothra versus Godzilla. This one's very well regarded. That one is considered okay, this is probably the second best after the original by conventional critics. I don't like conventional critics. Mothra versus Godzilla, still a good time. Godzilla's still a villain. Mothra's the good guy, and you're like, yeah, Mothra, we love you, Mothra. And at the end in that film, Godzilla kills Big Mothra, but there's two babies. Hence, we'll get into it. And the two little larvae come out and mess Godzilla up and save the day. So that leads us to, again, that was another Ishiro Honda joint. And yet another Ishiro Honda joint is the first film we're talking about here, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. This introduces some essential elements to the series, such as King Ghidorah, Godzilla's arch nemesis, the evil space dragon, with 3 heads and no arms. Mm-hmm. And this is also the first time Godzilla takes on a less villainous role in a scene that truly must be seen to be believed.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into it. This is 1964. A lot of the same crew as the original film. Suebara. I feel like I butchered that name already. Tsuburaya is still doing the special effects. He's doing all the second unit stuff, all the stuff with the monsters. Honda's doing the direction. Same guy in the suit. And this one is a big monster mash. You got Godzilla. You got Baby Mothra. The other Baby Mothra died off screen.
Oh.
You don't remember that with the fairies and everyone?
I'll get into that.
I'll explain the fairies, I guess, because that must have thrown you all for a loop. You don't know the Mothra lore.
No.
So
I do not.
There are two little fairies that are sort of like Mothra's. They can communicate with her, and they can summon her and stuff.
Apparently,
Yeah. They are played by the Peanuts, a twin singing duo that was popular in Japan at the time.
Me and Simona had a funny misunderstanding this morning. She was like, I didn't realize they were little. And I was like, oh, no, I realized that from the beginning. And then she was like, no, but really little. And I was like, they're not that small in real life, Simona. And she was like, no, not in real life, in the movie. And I was like, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, they are 6 inches tall in real life.
Can you imagine that? That would be something.
But yeah, so this one starts off, a bunch of people are like, we gotta find the UFOs, they're coming. And they're just looking at the night sky, and there's 3 meteors, and they're like, a lady's like, that's a UFO, and they're like, you're dumb, that's a meteor. But little do they know.
It's a UFO.
Yeah. But this film starts off in a weird place. Everybody is just kind of talking about how the world is wrong right now, which I found kind of really affecting. There's a bit where it's there's an encephalitis outbreak in the dead of winter, which, first of all, encephalitis does not work like that.
No.
It's not a contagious disease. I don't know what the hell is going on. I was like disturbed by this detail.
And it's also extremely hot
Yes.
in the dead of winter for some reason.
Yeah, and our main protagonist here, I hope you guys didn't bank on like caring about any of the protagonists
Nope.
in these films.
No.
Okay, good.
Sort of. Sort of. I'll get into that. I was sort of banking on some of them.
That is not the vibe of this.
No.
You went into the bargain wrong. If you thought after the first one you're gonna like feel a lot of things about these people.
Yeah.
It's a brother and sister. I'm not gonna bother with their names. They don't matter. She's
Also a very weird relationship. Like there's one part where they're like having dinner with their mom, and then like she like reaches across him and lays on top of him to change the channel. I'm like, I don't know.
I think it was more like they were bickering like little kids. I think that was the intention.
So I was like, if my sister ever came near me like that, I'd be like, get off. Weirdo.
Yeah.
She's a reporter and she's like new, and he's a detective. For some reason, they both still live with their mother. That's kind of left unexplained.
I guess times are hard.
He's also a detective that was charged with, and I'm sure you're about
Protecting
to
a
explain.
princess, yes.
Yeah, protecting
a princess from
princess.
a vague foreign country.
Yeah.
I'm sure in Japan, if you watch this now, there's like sensitivity warnings beforehand where it's like, we apologize to the people of this island.
Yeah.
But like for us, we don't. It's entirely indecipherable.
She was a Bond girl.
She was. Wow. In what's the one in Japan? You only live twice?
Which one was it? You looked it up. Here, I'll look it up real quick.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember actually.
I think isn't that the one where he fakes his death?
Yes, that might be. What's her name in real life?
Kiko Wakabayashi. Yes, You Only Live Twice.
You only live twice. Nice. Yeah.
Does he pretend to be Japanese in that one?
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
That one's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Boy.
I've seen the picture of him in like the kimono, and I'm like, ooh.
With the hair and the
that's-
eyebrows? Yeah.
That's a choice, I guess.
It's pretty bad.
But that one has the big volcano layer, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. That one also has one of the best Bond songs ever. The Nancy Sinatra one. I really
Yes,
like
that
that
one's
song.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think a good way to look at these films is sort of like the '60s Bond film,
Yeah.
where it's like it's a grab bag of quality, but like if you enjoy the vibe, if you enjoy the main guy,
Yeah.
you're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this princess is fleeing her country because I don't know, there's like a coup or something, and before her plane blows up, she is contacted by a Venusian intelligence that takes her over, and she becomes a prophetess
Yeah.
who's doomsaying on the streets.
So when she's contacted, she just gets up, steps out of the plane, a plane that's midair,
Yeah.
and she's fine.
Yeah.
Going to the ground, of course.
I'm not getting like what's the problem?
Why were assassins after her?
Because she's the princess and they want to kill the princess.
It's a coup.
All right. I think I needed a little more on that. I will say, of the two, this is the one I liked. So just know this. This is the one I actually liked. And legitimately liked. Not even like...
No, it's a fun movie. It keeps pace. Everything's
Yeah.
goofy enough where it's like you're laughing and like it's having fun. With
She
it.
didn't fall like direct. I think she at a certain point like they were trying like I didn't
She
understand
stepped
it.
out.
walked onto a mountain. Lou. Come on.
But from a moving airplane.
I thought that she jumped through like a portal or a space-time
It's
dimension.
possible that
And
the
then-
Venusians helped her out.
and
Yeah.
then landed
Yeah.
safely where she was.
One of my biggest gripes here. She gets down to Earth, and she's trying to warn the people about Ghidorah.
Yes.
She says that she's from Venusian, right?
Yeah,
she
from
says
Venus,
she's
yeah.
from Venus. She says she's Venusian.
I'm glad everybody's saying it. Venusian now. I'm glad.
No one believes her. But when the teeny ladies show up and are like they can telepathically communicate with Mothra.
Well, Mothra's a known entity at this point.
But I'm just saying.
Everybody loves Mothra. She just defeated Godzilla last year.
But why is it so far out of the realm of possibility for these people that this woman could actually be from Venus?
I think it's convenient for the plot.
Fair.
I mean, there's a great bit later on in Hedorah where somebody calls out the cops and to be like, Hedorah's attacking the city. And he's like, are you dumb? That's a sea monster. And hangs up the phone.
True. Yeah. Yeah. You would just figure after like being around all these things that you'd be like, it's possible that this could actually be happening. So, again, all right, continue.
Yeah, but these meteors have some other unintended effects. Rodan wakes up. He's a pterodactyl. I kind of love Rodan.
I like
He's a
Rodan.
bastard. He mainly just seems to throw rocks at people.
I loved that scene between him and Godzilla. Like, I felt sorry for when he starts pecking him on the head. I literally said, "Oh," I said, "Peck him back."
Yeah, Rodan's a bastard. He just pecks people. I don't think he even has a body count in this. He just kind of flies around being annoying.
He has super wind though,
Super weird. He does.
so I liked him.
Yeah, I'll be perfectly honest. Not quite sure what activates Godzilla in this one. He just kind of shows up and blows a boat up.
Yep.
But that's just how it goes.
It's just Godzilla being Godzilla.
Yeah, he's a known entity. Yeah. They've dealt with him before.
Yeah.
They've yet to exile him to Monster Island. Important setting for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Is that near Infant Island or no?
I think they gotta keep them separated.
I would hope so, yeah.
Because Mothra and Godzilla usually don't get along.
Oh, okay, that would make sense. Okay.
Yeah, because Mothra's chill. She's the cool monster.
I'm glad you reminded me that was the baby Mothra, because I saw a picture of Mothra. I'm like, that's Mothra? I said, where are the wings?
Yeah, Mothra is not pretty in this one.
I thought she was adorable.
Yeah, she looks like a dried turd.
I don't like the baby Mothra design.
I like it.
It spooks me. I'm like,
Yeah.
ew.
Yeah, its face looks nasty.
Yeah, and it just spits
Yeah.
silk at people. And
I just thought it was so. I thought it was cute.
I think you're alone in this camp here, Simona.
That's fine.
But we get this great TV show where two kids are like, we want to meet Mothra. And they're like, we can't bring her here, but we have the fairies.
Yeah.
They can show you Mothra. And they sing the Mothra song.
Yeah.
Great song. I
Yeah,
love it.
actually liked that too. Yeah.
Mothra.
I was like, that had the vibe of something they decided to add afterwards, and they're like, all right, let's think of a song real quick on the spot. And they were
I
like,
think it might be in the original Mothra film.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Mothra started independently of Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they crossed over later. Same with Rodan. He had his own film, and this is the first time he's hanging
So
out
this
with
is
Rodan.
the Marvel Universe before the Marvel Universe.
Yes, no. There's a film later in the series that is just like the Avengers.
Awesome.
It's all the monsters.
Awesome.
Oh, that's
What are they
cool.
fighting?
They gotta fight Ghidorah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ghidorah is the big bad.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like the King of the Monsters movie with the remake.
They probably
the remake.
were riffing on Destroy All Monsters.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, the monsters they muck around for a bit, and there's a great scene where Godzilla and Rodan are playing catch with the ball over the rock, and punching it back and forth.
I like
at
just
each other.
he kicks it. I love that scene.
So
I thought they were playing volleyball.
but yeah, then the big meteor that's magnetized breaks open, and King Ghidorah emerges, he's completely destroyed Venus. He's been on a rampage throughout the known universe, just going beep, 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 and shooting electricity everywhere with his three heads that flail about violently whenever he moves.
Yeah.
Ghidorah, the suit was a massive pain on set.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the heads were puppets, so they were on strings, and it was very difficult to get it moving in a shot without the strings showing.
Oh.
But you really can't see it in the final product.
I did not
notice.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, they worked it out. But yeah, a great moment where she's like, King Ghidorah will turn this planet into a tomb. I love all the apocalyptic stuff in these movies. I think that's very fun. But yeah, pretty much the Japan government is like, we don't know what to do, and then the detective rolls up and he's like, maybe we can ask the fairies for help, and because Godzilla, Rodan, and King Ghidorah are just messing everything up, and the fairies are like, well, Mothra's open to it, but she's gonna need help. Yeah. So Mothra goes to negotiate with Godzilla and Rodan in a moment I adore.
When she just sprays them with the...
Yeah, but then they start talking to each other, and we get the fairy's translation of the scene. Ishiro Honda did not like this one bit. He felt very uncomfortable with it. He thought it was ridiculous. I think it's awesome.
No, I think it's very ridiculous.
But
loved it.
They're giant monsters. They're figuring out conflict resolution.
Honestly, I suspended all belief with this one, so I was like, I'm in for it.
Yeah, no, it's funny as hell, and it's so. Godzilla's like, humans bully us. We don't care. Let them all die. And Rodan's like, yeah, me too. I'm not a big fan. But and so Mothra's like, all right, I guess I'll be a baby. I'm just gonna go off to fight the giant space dragon alone. And then they see her get her ass kicked, and they're like, okay,
we'll give her a hand.
We should help out.
She's being kicked around.
And that's the moment Godzilla becomes a hero. Yeah, it's a beautiful moment.
Zero to hero.
Yeah,
just like that.
And yeah, they beat him up pretty quick, honestly. He's just like throwing him around and he just throws him off, and Ghidorah flies off. Yeah. Never to be seen again.
With his tail between his legs.
Until the very next movie. But yeah. This is a fun one. It's goofy. It's a silly time. It's pretty emblematic of like where the series was at this point, of just like, all right, these are becoming monster rallies. There's more team-ups. There's battles between them. Because the first one obviously had none of that. It was focused solely on Godzilla and the human element. Whereas this one, the human element is, kind of perfunctory. But I think the effects work in this is good. And I think Ishiro Honda genuinely knows how to direct a film. Like, I know that human stuff is perfunctory, but, like, he shoots it all pretty handsomely. And, like, you don't care a lot about these people. You'll forget their names as soon as the movie's over. But while they're on screen, you're like, they're likable enough.
Yeah. And, I think I used a word to describe this movie to Simona earlier, and I don't mean it the way it comes out. Like, the word I used was incoherent. But
a little bit.
But I mean, it's really not in the typical sense, because the story makes sense and everything like that. Like, it's not hard to follow. It's not like I was confused. It was just kind of like all over the place, but for some reason I liked it.
It feels a little bit like a 10-year-old telling you a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I find that really endearing about this series. Godzilla
in this one. Did anybody get like rough. He looked rough?
He did look rough.
Did anybody get like a vibe of like a kid throwing a temper tantrum?
Yes.
Just like, like he's always throwing his arms up and everything like that.
Yeah, he is very much in petulant child.
Yeah. And I kind of liked it.
The monsters have a lot of personality in this one, and this is the first one where it's like, all right, we're giving them more human attributes. They're going to like be able to like talk to each other and like make friends and come together for a common goal.
Yeah. One scene that when I realized the characters might not matter as much in this one as in the first one we watched. Was when the detective goes up to the chief and says, "Okay, I'm going to go and meet the princess now." And the chief just goes, "Her plane blew up overnight. Don't worry about it." And then they kind of just moved on. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, just major political assassination.
You guys aren't going to address that.
Nothing to sneeze about.
But all in all, I was entertained.
But and like Ghidorah is just such a fantastic design.
Yeah.
I love that bastard. I love the bitty noise. I don't know. I'll hit this with like, I don't know. What do I rate this out of? Monsters.
What'd you say?
3-headed monster.
I like it. Yeah.
3-headed monsters.
I don't know. 3.5 3-headed monsters. This is a fun time, They put it on a lazy Sunday afternoon. You'll have some yucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I would go 3.5.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I would also
agree.
go
Yeah,
3.5. Yeah.
I really picked this for the moment it represents within the series of Goji is now a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's your friend now, and that's important
Yeah.
going forward because like the next film would be Ishiro Honda Furious. He directed it.
Oh, why
Oh,
was he
he-
furious?
Oh, I'll tell you. It's called Invasion of Astro Monster, and it's
Oh, not the next movie we watched.
no.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Invasion of Astro Monster, directed by Honda again, has King Ghidorah and Rodan coming back. Ghidorah's the villain again. It kind of pretends like the last movie didn't happen. Ghidorah is on the moon, no, Planet X. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, they're gonna kill me in the comments for that slip up.
Please don't kill Joe in the comments for that slip up.
How dare you?
I
It
hope
was an
someone
accident.
got fired for that blunder. But yeah, in this one's notable because it's an American co-production. So there's a white guy in it who can actually act, which is very unusual for the franchise. I don't think any of the ones we've seen have had the Godzilla white guys in them, unfortunately.
I don't think so.
They're a great breed of actor. They're always confused. They don't seem to know where they are. They cannot say any lines. They're amazing. But yeah, this one has Nick Adams in it co-starring. That name means nothing to anyone nowadays, but he was like a matinee kind of star. And yeah, there's this bit where Godzilla goes to Planet X and he throws down with a bunch of monsters, right? And there's like a big rocket ship, and afterwards, because this was done by the second unit led by Subaraya, he does a little dance on the moon, and it's a very funny dance. I enjoy it, but Honda was like, "What have you done?"
Oh.
He was just like, "Man, come on, he shouldn't be dancing."
So talking didn't push him over the edge. The dancing
He was uncomfortable with that, but
Okay.
the dancing, he was like,
That
"Come on, guys."
pushed him way over the edge.
He was upset about it. Honestly, I'm not huge on Astro Monster. I think Ghidorah does a lot of what it does better. The aliens are funny in it, but like it's like the cheapest Star Trek plot ever, where it's just like, oh, they seem nice and then they're evil. And it's like,
Yeah.
And I think they defeat Ghidorah by like making a noise.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a high pitched noise, and he doesn't like it. Like a dog.
Wow.
Yeah, just not my favorite, but the moon, the outer space stuff in it rules. After that, we get the first film in the series. Well, I guess second film in the series, but first film by series mainstay Jun Fukuda. We haven't watched any Jun Fukuda yet. We will next week with Son of Godzilla.
Oh.
I love Fukuda. He was mainly known for like doing like these spy comedy films in Japan. I believe he did that before the Godzilla movies. I'm not sure exactly the timeline there. None of them are available in the States.
Oh.
Which is a shame.
But his are much lower budget and have a real shoestring energy to them. But the camera moves a lot. The colors are bright. He is completely uninterested in the human drama. He keeps things moving at a clip, imbues the monsters with a lot of personality, and he loves setting stuff on tropical islands.
Nice.
I love these movies. They're like greasy pizza. The first one of them is Ebirah, Horror of the Deep, where Godzilla fights a giant crab monster.
Nice.
Godzilla acts a little weird in this one because it was originally meant to be a King Kong movie, but Toho lost the King Kong license. So Godzilla like sleeps on an island and stuff, and like he's a little off. Like electricity makes him strong because that was a thing they were doing for King Kong. But this movie has scenes of like Godzilla punching fighter planes out of the sky in like a POV angle set to surf rock. So like,
Oh, that's cool.
can you hate it?
No.
It's beautiful. I love it. I adore Ebirah. And then Son of Godzilla, which we'll get into next week. Then Destroy All Monsters, which is the big Avengers type one I was talking about.
Do we watch that one?
No. It is okay, I'm going to spoil it for you. It is mainly scenes of miniature military equipment mobilizing.
Oh, okay.
You will see that about 50 times in Destroy All Monsters. Just like watch the final throwdown, and you'll get the gist of it. It's pretty good. Ishiro Honda's back directing it, so it looks very good. But yeah, it's mainly worth it for the scene where they all just beat up on Ghidorah, and Godzilla's like grabbing his head and like throwing him back and forth, and like even his son is like blowing smoke rings at him. And then, then that brings us to the weirdest film in the series, All Monsters Attack. This one focuses on a little boy who is a big fan of Godzilla and his son, he's a latchkey kid, so he's very lonely. And he comes home and he puts on headphones and like does like a sensory deprivation to himself, so he can imagine he's on Monster Island and best friends with Godzilla's son, who teaches him how to stand up to bullies. It is mainly a clip show. I kind of recommend the American edit of it called Godzilla's Revenge, because Minilla, Godzilla's son, speaks in like a weird southern accent. And he's like, I got a bully too. It's awesome. Yeah, weird film. Kind of love it though. It's Ishiro Honda, and you could tell they were giving him no money for this movie, but he was like, "All right, I guess I'll make it like a drama, I guess." But it's kind of cool, and like it's an interesting take on the material, which at this point in the series, it's become very reliant on big monster rallies. So like, you know, any some of that stuff is interesting to see. And then 2 years later, 1971, our next one we're covering in depth, Godzilla vs. Hedorah. This is the only film in the series directed by Yoshimitsu Banno, which I think is a crime. I think he had a really interesting point of view on this stuff. This film is notable for a lot of things. It is probably the most psychedelic of these films. It has
100%.
Yeah. You could tell it's a product of the 70s. But I will say that when we have that whole child interlude with all like the psychedelic stuff, it hurt my eyes. It really like set me off. I was like, I can't focus and watch this anymore.
This one has very strong environmentalist themes to it.
Really? I had no idea.
I mean, it's not subtle, but
Not
neither was the original Godzilla.
True.
No,
Yeah.
but well, you know.
Yeah and no though. But when I learned that it was he Bono wanted to direct it towards children, okay, now that makes much more sense.
I mean, all of these are children's films.
But what I will say is, while the first Godzilla, yes, you know, it was definitely a message on the horrors of war, I didn't feel that it was as heavy-handed.
Yeah.
I didn't either,
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
either.
I'm
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't mind it here. Like, maybe it's because it's 2026, and I'm like, yeah, you know, the climate is turning really bad.
True.
Nothing
True.
this movie said was wrong.
No.
Fair.
No.
And I kind of love how fatalistic it is about it. Like, it kind of plays like the most bleak episode of children's TV you'll ever see. Like, even from the beginning, it has this song where it's like there's no one left on Earth, no one left to even shed a tear.
Yeah.
And it shows like this broken mannequin just sitting in like this polluted pile of muck. And I don't know, that's a heavy image that I really appreciated. I was like, you know what, yeah.
It was very disturbing in that sense.
Yeah, and even that song is just like, give it all back. That's the chorus. Give it all back.
Yeah.
Which is just like, I guess we all die.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got very the opening song with the, you know, you actually seeing the woman singing and everything like that. I got very James Bond vibes.
Yes, definitely riffing off of a Bond theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the only one that opens with a theme song like that.
Well, now that you
Just
say
as
that,
remember.
I agree with that it's had a very James Bond-esque opening.
And what this also taught me too was that in the 70s it was a trippy time for everyone.
Yes.
There wasn't one part of the globe that was untouched by the trippiness.
Oh no.
Because I was like, oh my god.
No.
Yeah. But I'm probably the only one that kind of felt sorry for Hedorah.
No.
I
I
felt sorry.
Hedorah the most upsetting. I find Hedorah the most upsetting monster in the series, I think. Because it has the least human qualities to it, and it is just like... Oh, it's so nasty.
I felt bad for it.
Why
Like,
did you feel bad for it?
Yeah,
I
why did you feel
don't
bad
know.
for the
I'm
monster?
curious.
I don't know. Maybe it was the puppetry, the way it did. Like, there's the one scene where Godzilla first confronts Hedorah, and Hedorah, like, stands up looking all excited, like, yes, I found a friend. And then he deflates and then just scampers away. And I'm like, oh, it's so sad. And also,
gross.
he couldn't help himself. He was the product of pollution. It's like the first Godzilla, where Godzilla couldn't help it. He was radiated. I'm not saying he doesn't do gross things, but I was really rooting for Hedorah. Maybe Godzilla could, like, turn Hedorah around, find an alternative source of food for it. I don't know. I just felt bad. So I'm the only one. Okay. But anyway, I kind of felt bad for Hedorah.
Yeah, you're definitely the only one.
Fine, I'll be the only
Yeah,
one.
I love how violently Hedorah is dispersed with at the end.
Oh, that was my favorite
That's
part.
so dope.
Yeah, and I like how long it lasted too,
Yeah,
because I was like,
Godzilla's
he just kept
shoving
going.
his arms in and just pulling out guts.
Yeah.
And, like, it's all just like vague black goop, but
Yeah.
like it goes on for like a really long
It does.
time.
But also,
Yeah.
Godzilla shows that he's
looks-
the most intelligent one.
Yeah,
of the-
yeah. Godzilla looks so angry and just so disgusted, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I liked that, and then even at the end, me and Simona were talking about this earlier, like Godzilla like stares at the army people and they get a little scared of him, but he's just like kind of like it's almost like a shrug of the shoulders, and
Yeah.
he's like, all right, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
And, I guess I'm a good guy now, but
The reluctant hero. Continue.
But yeah, and so we get this intro, and we see this weird black mass thing in the water, and then we cut to a little boy who's like, I love Godzilla, he's my favorite ever.
Yeah.
He's the coolest guy I've ever seen. Nobody cares that he killed like hundreds of thousands of people.
No.
He's chill now, and you know what, we're lucky to have the big guy around.
yeah.
All's forgiven.
I guess they are lucky to have him around, especially if you got all these other monsters around. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, it might have taken a threat from outer space, but they're allies now. And,
At least, everyone has a chance to be reformed.
Yeah.
He's reformed.
and I
So-
gotta say, Goji, he's looking different. He's looking a lot friendlier. He's looking a lot more like this guy.
He's googly-eyed.
Yes, I love the googly eyes on him. I think they're adorable. I love seeing this guy just be silly. He's got a new theme song in this one. I believe it originated in this film, where it sounds like trumpets are melting, and I love it. And he just walks around to that, and you're like, oh, okay, he's nice now.
yeah,
It's like
he's your friendly neighborhood Godzilla.
Yeah, yeah, he's Uncle G. He's coming by, and yeah, this has such a strange and unique tone to it that I'm kind of obsessed with. It's like it's silly and goofy, it's very strange, but it's also like deadly serious at points in a way that I could understand it giving people a lot of whiplash, but for me, I'm like, I'm eating this up. This is what I want. I want something that is totally its own. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing else in the series like this, because the main producer despised this film.
Oh, really?
And Yoshimitsu Banno was never given another chance.
wow.
He kept trying and trying, but like never worked out. He ended up credited as like a posthumous producer on some of the newer American ones. I know Godzilla vs. Kong was dedicated to him.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Wingard is a big fan of this one in particular.
So after this movie, he never directed anything after it?
Not really, no.
Oh, that's-
he
that's a
he
shame.
had one other thing he was a co-director on called Prophecies of Nostradamus,
Uh-huh.
which I need to track down somewhere, because I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, yeah, this was pretty much it.
Oh,
Uh,
that's not cool.
like, he still worked in the film industry. I believe
Right.
he just worked as, like, producers and as a producer and stuff like that. But, yeah. he was like, look, the producer's sick right now. I can do whatever the hell I want. He was the one who suggested the Godzilla flying scene. He was like, I need something nobody's ever seen before. And you know what? Nobody ever had seen that before.
Yeah.
True.
It's beautiful.
Still a ridiculous scene.
I mean, he's a like giant lizard with atomic breath.
Yeah.
Why not?
He needed an edge because when Hedorah can transform into a spaceship,
Yeah.
he needed that
I
edge.
love the different Hedorah forms. But yeah.
I like him more as the he kind of reminded me of a Cthulhu at some points.
Yeah.
I liked him as a Cthulhu. I don't know. He also kind of resembles seaweed that's like gone, like
see that.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just felt so bad because he's just chilling in the water for a while, and then he tries to reach out to people. He doesn't eat cats, which I thought was really interesting. Doesn't like organic matter. I don't know. I just felt bad. I think he was a wrong place, wrong
was
time.
misunderstood.
Misunderstood,
I mean,
yeah.
he's not eating people. He's killing them.
Yeah.
Inadvertently, at one point. But also, to be fair, he starts off like just chill. Like, this is my reasoning. He's a little chill. He wants to inhale some smokestacks. He's fine.
If he
As
exists in
one
that
does.
form, he will kill literally everything on Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It means all of us too, Simona.
But yeah, so
Okay.
it's like this. It starts off as this little tadpole thing that the scientist and the kid could find. The scientist is his
Tadpoles
dad.
were adorable.
There's a clear familiar relationship here, which is not the case in some later films where you're just like, why is this little boy hanging out with scientists? What's going on? But yeah, and it's gross as hell. There's a bit where it attacks the father, and the kid tries to fend it off with a knife, and the knife just goes straight through it, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
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 The father also gets that weird stuff on his face.
I thought at first it was like reptilian fish scales or fish scales, but I
No,
was
I think
wrong.
it's meant to be like a chemical burn.
Was there a dead swan in the water?
Not that I noticed, but perhaps.
Because I was just like I was watching that underwater scene where you're seeing all the things, and then I thought there was like a dead swan, which kind of went like that, but I could be wrong. But also, if you're a Hedorah fan, please leave something in the comments so I don't feel alone, or if you feel any kind of
Hedorah's
sympathy.
a great villain,
You
but
like a
I'm
monster that kills helpless animals, like a swan?
I didn't think he killed the swan. I
Are
thought the
you
swan was
sure?
just a result of what's going on. There was a lot of stuff under that water.
It was. So Hedorah obviously never... I shouldn't say obviously. And obviously it's not obvious to me because I'm asking it. But Hedorah never shows up again, right?
I think Hedorah only shows up in Godzilla Final Wars, which was the big send-off to the series in the early 2000s, where literally everyone shows up.
Oh, okay. So there's no like
Shows-
explanation of how Hedorah comes back. It's just...
He's there.
I haven't seen Final Wars, if I'm being honest.
Oh.
Major blind spot for me. But yeah, like he shows up in like video games and like stuff like that. They make figures of him and stuff. Now this movie was not super well regarded back in the day. Now it's more of a fan favorite because people are like, this is wild. What's happening here?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe I should rewatch it, you know? You know how I always tell Joe, like, I'm like, especially lately, like, I'll watch something once and not really like it, then I watch it again and I'm like, okay,
So
now.
do that with Bubble.
No. I'm not going to do that with Bubble.
Yeah,
Maybe I gotta give it another
Look,
watch.
it's a piece of psychotronic cinema. Like it's something where either you're gonna get into its headspace and be like, oh hell yeah, or it's just gonna bounce off.
Bless
bless
you.
you.
Thank you.
Like,
Sorry.
it's not even a value judgment. I think this movie is like one of the coolest spaces to be in.
Yeah.
Because it's such a strange thing. And
I think I would like it more had it not been for the psychedelic portions of it, because it really like threw off my sensory.
I apologize.
and I was like, what's going
For
on?
me, I love overwhelming editing.
Yeah.
That's just personal. You know?
Yeah, and that's fine. It's just for me, it was like, I don't really like this. This is not enjoyable.
You know, what's one thing I did like when you see, it's one of the illustrations,
The little
the animated sequences
are so cool.
Yeah.
when like the two women are walking towards each other and then their faces turn and there's nothing there and then it becomes the map.
Yeah, and you're like, that doesn't make any sense as a shape.
Yeah.
But hey, I wasn't even thinking
No,
about
but
that.
it's
I
so
was like,
cool.
that
You're
is
like,
so cool. I
whoa.
like that transition.
Yeah, there's animated sequences.
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
That stuff was cool.
And it
Yeah.
looks like Schoolhouse Rock almost.
Yeah, it does.
It's like very
Yeah.
crayon-y and
Yeah.
like, but it I don't know. I think it adds a lot of personality to it.
Yeah. When he's explaining how the atom bomb works.
Yeah.
Too, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, like some of those things, like I can understand, like sometimes with the colors, like it can be a little like, oh my lord. But the one animation sequence I did enjoy was like the two women walking towards each other, and then their faces turn and there's nothing there, and then that merges and becomes the basically section of the map where like it's basically all been destroyed and everything. I did like that.
Yeah. There's a bit where it's like a letter from the main kid for some reason on screen. And
Yeah.
he's,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
reading it out. And, he's reading it out, and he says like, "I bet God." He's talking about just the devastation of the planet, and then he's like, "I bet Godzilla would be mad if he saw this."
Yeah.
And we get this dream vision of Godzilla getting really mad about pollution.
Yeah.
And just like stomping and blowing his atomic breath everywhere, which I think would be bad for the environment.
I would
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, my note after that sequence was I love that this kind of feels like the bleakest children's show of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and then he like his dad and him do some testing on the tadpole, and they just like exposed to electricity, it just like completely dries up, and it's just like this awful black dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we get this rock club going on, which is wild. There's a bit in it that truly it does not take place in reality, where a guy's just looking around and he sees everybody with fish heads.
Yeah. That's what's
That was high.
I think it's symbolic of like just like how the fish are all
Dying?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like them, we are stuck in this as well. Like
Yeah.
it will come for us. Real happy messaging here.
Yeah.
Which, again, I just think it's so wild to be like, yeah, I'm making a more environmental one.
They're
It's
like the
probably-
fish in the fish tank.
Yeah, yeah.
I just thought of that now.
And be like, oh yeah, this one's more aimed at kids, and like it's gonna have music, and it's good animation, and it'd be funny, and then also it's about how we're all gonna die because we've ruined the planet. And it's like, oh okay, that's one way to go.
Nice and lighthearted for us.
Yeah, but again, you don't get that flavor very often.
Yeah.
I can't think of much else like that. Like Captain Planet wouldn't be this bleak. Captain Planet would save the day.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think they're rebooting it, which I'm kind of excited for.
Are they really?
Yeah. Anyway, as an aside.
You ever see the is it like Funny or Die? I don't know, but with Don Cheadle, it's Captain Planet.
Oh no.
They're pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Look it up, yeah. But yeah, and then Hedorah comes by and he starts eating the smoke from a smokestack, and he gets larger. And Godzilla's like, "Hey, buddy, this is my territory. You
Yeah.
gotta get out." And Hedorah's like, "Urgh," because it's just like sludge, and Godzilla tries like punching him, and his hand just goes directly through him,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh man, that's gross. Godzilla starts spinning him around, and just sludge is flying everywhere. I love the bit of the guys playing mahjong, and they're just like, what the hell was that? There's also this amazing bit where Godzilla's spinning him really fast, and they just sped the footage up a bunch, but it looks insane. It's like, oh my god, slow down. And then after that, there's a bit more of a Hedorah rampage. A bunch of people die at the sludge, and you see the aftermath, and it's honestly pretty upsetting to look at. You're like, oh man. The cat survives though, just kind of dirty.
Which is important.
And then this guy and his girlfriend are leaving the club, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Godzilla! Let's get closer."
I know.
Which
I was thinking
thought
like
the
you want to get
funniest scene ever.
closer
I was
to
like,
it.
yeah, man, you gotta check it out.
Take a
Idiots.
selfie.
Idiots.
I'm not gonna lie though, I probably would do the same thing. So
Simona,
yes.
you're like, you don't like driving when it's raining hard.
No, she doesn't.
Like that's not an unreasonable fear, but like it's wild that you're like, yeah, no, I would get close to Godzilla.
Yeah.
I am nothing if not a contradiction, so we'll just operate on that. Okay, maybe I'll rephrase. Hypothetically, if I were a more adventurous person than I really am, and I saw two huge monsters getting ready to duke it out, I would theoretically, as an adventurous person, want to get a little closer to witness it. Real life Simona, probably not. But let's just go theoretical Simona. Yes.
Real life Simona would be like, if they make me go to work today, and there's two monsters fighting in my way.
I would hope we would close. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like that would be more important than what's going on at the library.
Simona would be like, I literally could not get to work.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a. I want to look at Godzilla's body language in this too. He's like a real tough guy in this one. He's been, like
Yeah.
doing his Duke
He does,
stuff.
yeah, they kind of like go like,
Yeah. Yeah, later on he gets even more expressive with that. Like in Godzilla vs. Megalon, he kind of moves like he's Muhammad Ali.
That's
He's like bouncing around all the time. Like here, it's just more like he's letting you know. He's like, hey, I'm the law around these parts.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
In the first Godzilla, was Godzilla a stop motion, or was there
was
a
a
man
suit.
in a
Yeah.
suit? Okay. Because these movies, you kind of can tell just a little bit more that it's a guy in a suit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is because they're fighting
Okay.
the other monsters. So.
Yeah, at one point his neck gets kind of wonky.
Uh-huh.
But that was okay. Like, I understood. Yeah, like, honestly, like, realizing the times, and also with this one, they didn't have much of a budget, like, that doesn't bother me all that much, to be perfectly honest. Like, I'm fine with that. I realize, like, you know.
I want to make clear, too, when these were coming out, people weren't saying, wow, how realistic.
Yeah.
They were saying, wow, this looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But I did really enjoy the design of Godzilla in the first one, and I realize the change reflects his personality as the defender of mankind. And I love his googly eyes.
look at him.
He's so cute.
He's a friend.
I showed that to Sandra. Sandra was like, he has like big eyes. I said, yeah, he has googly eyes. He's just so cute. Yeah. I liked also Hedorah's eyes. It's kind of cool.
Oh, the big red eyes? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like when he starts shooting lasers out of him.
Yeah.
He can do that now. But yeah, then there's a great bit on a roller coaster that looked insane, and the kid's like, "I see Godzilla. We should probably leave." And his caretakers are like, "Nah, that's probably fine."
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
But yeah, Hedorah shows up as a UFO, just flying through, is spraying goop everywhere, killing everybody left and right. There's a great bit where you see a guy rot into a skeleton on the ground, and his skin just turns like day glow.
Yeah.
And keeps changing color until he's just a skeleton.
I felt bad for the guy that thought he could escape by jumping off the building, although I don't think he planned to survive. And then you realize, nope, and she's just like a skeleton. I thought it was funny, but...
And then a bunch of the younger generation is like, you know what? The world's ending. Let's throw a big party to send off. And they all gather. It's in black and white for a scene until it gets kicked off, and then it flashes to color, which I thought was a fun little touch. And honestly, okay, one thing that I found really upsetting about that stuff is like it keeps cutting to like these old people watching from the bushes.
Did you? I thought it was going to go somewhere. Like, I thought this is when it goes from being comical, somewhat horrific, to truly horrific.
Yeah,
like the old people are saying,
they're
how
gonna, like, kill these kids.
dare you?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. They're just like staring at them from like long bushes.
Like, it's just like a symbol, I think. Like, I think it's just, I don't know. It's very strange.
Like just old people judging young people?
I don't know what it is, but I found the imagery really stuck to me.
I mean, it could be the older generation looking at the younger generation and feeling that the younger generation is leaving them behind.
I saw envy in their eyes, I think.
I
don't
saw
know.
Bloodlust and
Yeah,
didn't
you
go
can see-
anywhere.
Yeah, I thought it was going to turn into a horror movie.
It looked freaky.
Yeah.
It's a really scary shot. And
Yeah.
it cuts to it like twice, and
Yeah.
it's not really addressed
Yeah,
otherwise.
no, yeah.
But yeah, they're playing the rock music, and they're under Mount Fuji, and then who do you think shows up?
Of course.
Godzilla and Hedorah.
Yeah.
It's their big confrontation. And the military's here. They figured out electricity is Hedorah's weakness. They
Go
got
figure.
big things set up to like try to trap Hedorah and hit him with the electricity. And Godzilla is helping him out. And honestly, it's a pretty nasty fight. Godzilla gets like burned all over his face. He loses an
Yeah.
eye.
Yeah, I like when he swipes the gunk off his face.
And it keeps going.
Yeah, Hedorah's just killing everything. It's insane. Like,
Yeah.
the body count in this movie has to be like hundreds of thousands. It's nasty. Hedorah's gigantic at this point, too. Way bigger than Godzilla. But Godzilla's like, you know what? I hate this guy so much. I'm killing him still.
Yeah.
And he fights on. He takes out one of Hedorah's eyes. They're going back and forth. Godzilla gets him in the panel thing and starts hitting him with his atomic breath to electrocute him. All that. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, they get all the power on, all that. They blast him, and he's like a dried up husk on the ground. And Godzilla says, "Not good enough."
Yeah.
And starts just ripping things out from him. These like pearl things that he explodes. I don't know what those are, but they're clearly important.
Yeah.
Starts ripping out goop and everything like we talked about before. Oh, we forgot. Hedorah tries to escape by flying, and Godzilla says, "Hang on, I got this." And he just blasts his atomic breath on the ground so hard until he achieves liftoff. He curls his tail up and just gets him like that. There's this really goofy, triumphant music that's playing during the scene, and I see that. I'm cheering. I'm happy. I can't believe it. I'm like, he did it! Hell yeah! He busted out the flying move. He never does that.
No.
Does he ever? He never does that again for any other movie?
Not that I've seen. There's a bit in Godzilla vs. Megalon where he does a like really long flying kick.
Nice.
Which is so cool. He's just like on his tail. He's totally like 45-degree angle to the ground, just like it's so sick. But yeah, Toho was furious with this movie. They said, "What the hell did you make?" And Yoshimitsu Banno said, "Hey, I think it's cool." And he was like, "Hey, how about I make a sequel?" And they were like, "No." He kept trying to get it made though. So, yeah, and the movie even ends on a little cliffhanger, with what does it say? And yet another one, and then it shows a picture of Hedorah to show like, oh, the fight goes on.
Yeah.
But yeah, and what do we rate this out of? Smog monsters. That's the American title of the film, Godzilla versus the Smog Monster.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
You could do that. Again, yeah. I mean, there were aspects that I liked, but there were things that like I really did find the sounds to be just very jarring and annoying. Like it was a little too much.
Too much monster noise.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, the one after this, Godzilla versus Gigan, I find insufferable. For that reason. There's like the ending fight goes on for what feels like 30 minutes, and it's like a 90-minute movie, and it's just like, oh my god, please wrap this up. This is never ending.
Yeah.
Because Ghidorah shows up, he's doing the bitty thing. Godzilla's doing the screonk. I don't know what sound Gigan makes, honestly, but he's making some annoying sound.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go 2 out of 5 for this one for me.
Yeah, I'll actually do 3 out of 5. I did enjoy it, but what really knocked me off was the psychedelic aspects to it, because it was just really overwhelming for me. But yeah.
So I'm gonna go with like 2.5 out of 5. Hedorah is sort of what made this film enjoyable for me. I love Hedorah.
Simona's fangirling.
This makes me wonder what Simona feels about the human race.
I don't care. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so like 2.5. Like of the two films we watched, I definitely enjoyed Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster more. I thought I enjoyed following along with the story a bit more. Like at this point, there were times where it's like I don't understand how this is happening or like the science behind certain things. Like I kind of wish maybe would have been explained, which I know is not the point, really. Well, technically it is if you're talking about pollution. But anyway, like there were certain things I think could have been maybe explained a bit better where I would have understood it a bit more. I thought the club scene didn't have to be there.
Oh, I thought that was fun.
But, and I really thought the freaky old people looking at the was going to go someplace. Like, that's when my interest, like, I was like, ooh, what's going to happen? They're like, nah, it didn't go anywhere. So that was kind of a letdown. But yeah. 2.5 because I do like Hedorah, and I feel like he and Godzilla could have been friends under different circumstances.
No, call me crazy. This is 5 out of 5 for me. This might be my favorite Godzilla movie. This is a potent brew if you're on its wavelength. Hey, I get it. This ain't gonna be for everyone, but for real freaks out there.
But I feel like we all have that Godzilla versus Hedorah film for all of us. It's like for me, sure. It would kind of be Lady in the Water, not Bubble, no, Lady in the Water, where like the plot is like nonsensical and you're like, this is dumb, but for me, I eat it up and I love that film so much.
I've never seen that.
This is the favorite Godzilla film of Roger Ebert.
Oh,
really?
Wingard and Nicolas Cage.
So.
Oh,
I can believe Nicolas Cage for sure.
Yeah, but I guess it's also how you choose to approach the films. If you take them for like what they are, if like the entertainment value, yeah, it is like entertaining. And like I said, I do like Hedorah, but like of the two, the first one we watched is my favorite. I did enjoy it more.
All right, so after this, there's I'm just gonna run through the rest of the Showa era and wrap that up. We are running over time. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, it's fine.
All right. But yeah, so we got Godzilla vs. Gigan. I talked about this one briefly. It has kind of a fun manga angle to it. The lead's like a manga artist, which is kind of, it has some fun illustrations in it. But like,
nice.
Oh man, that final battle scene doesn't end. Godzilla vs. Megalon, which I think is a beautiful, perfect film. It is pure greasy pizza. This guy's in it, Jet Jaguar. Nonsensical. Barely holds together. It's so funny. It's so much fun. I love it to death. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla introduces this guy here. Jun Fukuda joint, very fun. All three of the last ones I just talked about were Jun Fukuda. And then Terror of Mechagodzilla, which is the last Ishiro Honda directed film in the series. And you know what? There's some good stuff in it. Yeah. And then the series lays dormant after that, 1975 until 1984, with the return of Godzilla, which kicks off the Heisei era, which we will see the last film of next time, Godzilla vs. Destoroyah.
Oh, okay.
Which is very well regarded.
Cool, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
And get ready for a big bump in special effects.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Though, funny to note, the guy in the Hedorah suit is Godzilla in that one.
Oh.
Yeah, he became the Godzilla suit performer in the 80s.
Wow.
But yeah, all right. We will see you next time. And yeah,
Thank you,
folks.